Hello, introducing Shelter, a game based on a day's hike in the mountains, where players try to go as far as possible while finding shelter before sunset. Shelter huts are placed on the map using a 12-sided die. One, two, three, four, 5, 11. They provide a safe place to end the trek and a source of benefits in the form of bonus cards. These are placed face down on each shelter card. A displacement panel is chosen randomly. And each player places their step marker on it. This determines the number of squares a player moves along the path. An extra black obstacle stone is placed on the board if there are fewer players. Each player then receives a bonus card. Suppose it's Yellow's turn. Yellow rolls a 4. He can move his stone in 4 different directions, but he's blocked on this side. So the only thing he can do is either reaching this 2, reaching this 8, or reaching this 8. On top of 2 and 8, he can add one of his bonus cards. And then he decides if he wants to use the 2 and reach another bonus card, a shelter with another bonus card, or maybe an 8 with this 2 in order to go further up. There are 4 types of bonus cards. Tent cards, to be used at the very end. Boost cards, to be used during the game or at the end. Doubling cards, to be used during the game but not at the end. Good luck cards, to be used at the very end. The game is played over 12 rounds, the 12 hours of a day in the mountain, with players advancing as far as they can by collecting and using their bonus cards until, after the 12th round, the sun sets. In this decisive round, players have one last chance to use their bonus cards, trying to reach a hut if they haven't already reached one, or using a tent for shelter for the night, as anyone not safe after sunset will be disqualified and finished last. The player in the furthest shelter wins. For example, player red has this card here, which he doesn't need to use. He's in a shelter hut. He decides to stay there. Then we have player yellow. Player yellow is here. The cards he has are of no use to him, and since he hasn't reached a shelter of any kind, he is disqualified. Player blue has these cards, and he is here. So he decides to use his +4, reaches the shelter where the red player is, and the red player has to go back to the previous one. And now player white has these bonus cards. So he has a tent, and he can use a tent to stay for the night, and actually wins the game. Blue is second, red is third, and yellow is fourth. Avoid the danger squares during your hike, where you miss a turn. In addition, the hiking tour can be made 1 hour shorter or longer when the weather changes. The game is very easy to learn, but requires a good use of the bonus cards, a clever way of moving your stone on the displacement board, where an opponent's piece can be restricted in its movements, and a careful approach to the sunset. Original features include the special rules for moving around the board, forwards or backwards, using a combination of dice, displacement panel and bonus cards. And the final sunset round, where the final standings are still up for grabs as players can use their secret bonus cards. Finally, the game can be played in other settings, such as boats sailing between islands or caravans traveling in the desert, without changing the rules. You can check out our other games and my other interests on my website. Write to me at my email address for any questions or information. Bye for now.